She's on the
Is she right there?
She's cheering for him, right? She's cheering.
Sure she's cheering for him.
It don't matter what your color is.
Indeed.
It doesn't matter what your political difference is. Don't ever put yourself up against that. You know, because
He's not saying it like that. He's just saying
because you're not gonna win. So you have to understand that's what he's doing because that's
they really could. Like,
No, you do get it. You do get it because if you don't get
Somebody don't got some of these people like he just said. Some of these people are not.
I wouldn't be doing any of this. So I give a lot of shout outs to.
She killing you.
And she walked away. She said, "Welcome to Minister
Ben Willis. Ben Willis. Ben Willis.
Blast Off
Podcast.
Uncut, unapologetic, straight with no chaser." Welcome to Minister Ben Willis Blast Off Podcast, uncut, unapologetic, straight with no chaser. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'd like to thank my viewing and listening audience for the support. Just really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Today I have a young man that's on the show that he is part of the team. I'm a former athlete and football, basketball, and this is a segment that this young brother is going to be taking over as far as the basketball segment. But what I would like these guys to do, and we'll start with you first, Brother Dantae, to introduce yourself. And also, well, let's start from you, Amron, because everybody knows, but introduce yourself and just come down the line.
Well, thank you for the introduction. Thank you.
Yup.
Shout out to the audience. Shout out to y'all.
Love
Me, I'm Amron Hammons, 22 years old, former athlete as well, designer in the making, and we getting stuff going. We on the podcast. Shout out to Ben Willis, and we in motion. We making stuff happen. Dantae.
Sure. Shout out my boy Amron. Shout out Amron Productions. My name Dantae. I'm a coach, data analyst, and I really want to I'm trying to go into helping kids more. I really feel like that's more of what I want to do, but not like teaching, but like, being the misguided youth,
Yeah.
That's what
That was sick, Dantae. What's up, guys? It's Christian, McGEE Ballin. I'm from O'Galley, Florida. I moved out here 4 or 5 years ago, and I make basketball content. It's going pretty well.
Shout out. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta swing it all the way to Ben Willis. Swing it all the way to Ben Willis.
All right, yeah, I'm Minister Ben Willis, and right now I'm doing my podcast. With my mother's instruction, and Mom, rest in peace. And so I want to continue to keep doing this. Like I say, I'm going to be an obedient son, so that's what I'm doing it. And I'm glad to have very bright, intelligent, brilliant young men and young ladies on my show. And it's like I said, my show is open for anybody that's doing anything positive. So let's start off with you, Chris. You are a basketball enthusiast. You like the game.
Yeah.
Give us your journey on what drew you to that.
So I grew up playing. My parents got me into it young. My dad played. A lot of people in my family played. So in elementary school, I got to play on a high school AU team. I got to play on a high school team at a charter school. We actually went to the championship, lost by a few points. They were cheating. And then so after that, I played middle school, but I started getting in trouble. I started just taking the wrong route. And by the time I was in high school, I was kind of like too far gone, getting in trouble. So I only played 7th grade, and I played in 9th grade. I still led the team 9th grade in scoring, even though I played half the season. So that's kind of my basketball career. It's kind of been revamped since I've moved out here, because I had no real plan to make basketball content, but everyone in the South Side really pushed me.
Shout out to the South Side.
Yeah, man. If I wouldn't have moved out here, I wouldn't be doing any of this. So I give a lot of shout outs to South Side, all the people here. Like, I have a lot of family here from the little time I've been here, and they've really just motivated me, because I started doing the videos to send my mom back home.
Okay.
And then people here were, saw me recording. They're like, you need to get that online. So I've only been posting a few years, really. Yeah. But
so your dad had a big influence on you. of playing?
Yeah,
You
for
know?
sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
Your dad used to play?
He played, not like collegiate or anything, but he definitely played, and he just like installed love into me for the game.
What's his name? Jason Williams?
Yeah.
But
I do play that way.
Give a shout out to your dad and your mom.
Nah.
Yeah,
for
so shout out to my mom,
Shout out.
Judy McGEE,
All right, Judy.
the best
Yeah.
mom on the world.
All right.
Shout out to my dad, rest in peace, Joe McGee.
Shout out to the
I wish
McGees,
he could
man.
see what I'm doing right now.
What do you think? What do you think he would say if he?
Man, so he would always tell me, "You need to play college. You need to play professional." I'm like, Dad, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough.
Right.
And then really just seeing where the journey took me and who I've played against and stuff, I could have definitely played college. So I just kind of want to have like a good influence on the youth, kind of show them which direction to take, and the mistakes I've made, and how to make the right choices.
For sure.
Because I
Indeed.
feel like a lot of the stuff that looks cool, when you're younger, it's not actually cool. It's setting you up for failure. So it's really just
Talk to 'em.
about having the right people around you. Listen to your parents. Having your goals. Know what you're doing. And don't get into the foolishness.
So you're holding that ball right there. You
Yeah.
think if it wasn't for that ball, what would you be doing?
I was not doing good. I was just getting in trouble. Like I was a bad kid. So I always came back to basketball.
No, let
And
him know about the bad stuff he was doing, Chris. Let him know.
Man, I was just grimy. I was nothing good. So basketball definitely saved me. I'm just thankful for the
Did it
game.
make you a better person?
For sure. It gave me something. It always gave me back to like center myself. It always brought me back to like who I was kind of. The game definitely has.
Yeah, because I know as a former athlete, it's two types of people. There are people who play basketball, and there's people who are basketball players. Type of people.
Indeed.
When you hear people say,
Let
that,
him know, Ben Willis.
Man, I haven't played basketball, man, in about a year or 2 years. That's a person that played basketball.
Yeah.
A basketball player couldn't fathom not playing for a day or 2 days.
Let him
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing that parents and spouses need to understand. See,
He cooking
I
right
gave
now.
an analogy. I remember one time a young lady told me, she said, listen, he's either me or football. I said, see you later.
See ya.
I'm gone.
My heart's in the game. My
I'm
heart's
out
in the game.
I'm
yeah.
out of there.
Yeah.
Because this is an advice to any ladies that have mates or husbands who are these athletes. Don't ever put yourself up against that. Because
He's not saying it
you're
like that. He
You're
just
not,
saying
because you're not
ain't
going
fair.
you're not going to win. So you have to understand that's what he's doing because that's positive.
Yeah.
Because it has saved a lot of people's lives. What y'all say?
Nah.
Y'all seen guys that are very good players,
Indeed.
and all of a sudden they fall off. Some are in the penitentiary.
Yeah.
Right now, they were
Yeah.
all American. Out here in the streets and in school, and now they're playing for the all penitentiary team now.
Yeah.
With
That basketball will save your life
Like
for real.
Life come
Yeah.
quick. Life hit you quick.
Especially out here, there's so many like gifted like athletes, and they, they're in the streets and stuff. I just don't get it. I mean, I know how it looks, but man, they really could. Like,
No, you
take
do
go
get it.
somewhere.
You do get it because
Yeah.
if you didn't pick up that basketball, you would be somewhere else right
That's
now.
true.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Now,
Yeah,
what
they-
if
You've been
somebody,
here. Yeah.
somebody don't got basketball? Like some of these people, like
Yeah.
he just said, some of these people are not. They not hoopers. They just play basketball.
No, that's different.
But they are very good. They might be
Yeah.
very good at it.
Yeah.
But they heart and they mind is in other places.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Once you get them to expand on who they is as a person, that's when you can really get to the person itself. the
Yeah.
individual.
And I think there's a lot of stuff we can do with just building leagues and just places for the youth to play that can really save a lot of lives or just help them have a direction of where to go.
Oh, definitely.
So I'm definitely working on multiple leagues right now, and we're working on some youth leagues just to keep everyone playing basketball.
Shout out, man.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah.
to the league.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy.
That's not
It's crazy,
easy
man.
to do.
Yeah.
It's not.
Not
Yeah.
easy to do. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to do that because, doing that, like I said, you can save people's lives. When they're on the basketball court, they missed a bullet. Here in Chicago, I don't know how big a town was that you came from in Florida, but Chicago is one of the major cities in the United States.
In the U.S.
And basketball, the game of basketball here, it's a lot of lines here. It's a lot. And you got, like I said, you go all over the South Side and play basketball, but you got the North Side, and you got the West Side, and it's different sides, and it's different.
Don't forget about the East Side.
Yeah.
East Side babies.
Well,
I know how you feel about the East Side.
but you go over East and play ball because East they ball in the city, and with that comes a whole lot of other stuff that comes on.
Yeah,
it ain't just going out there playing the game of basketball. It's going out there playing the game, and you live where the ops are, you go over there and to play. So it's a hell of a thing to go. You kind of shoot a jump shot, and somebody else is over there strapped, and see if you score another bucket. I'm gonna just put that thing in you.
You gotta know not.
How you thinking about doing that?
Yeah.
Because that a lot more comes with that, and that's how the city is. It is like that. Sometimes you gotta be able to move how you move and everything.
Yeah.
You know, they have tournaments.
It used to be shootouts.
They have a lot of summer tournaments and things like that.
Yeah.
If you want to go get in them, they got tournaments there where guys from overseas and G leagues and they play. If you want to really test yourself up against players,
Yeah.
because they got some dudes that'll do it.
For sure.
They got some guys at 6'10", 6'11" coming downhill playing point. You know?
Indeed.
Yeah, and they'll take it and throw it.
Yeah.
That is
You know,
tough.
but I seen what you doing, that you have actually fixed yourself a lane. He has fixed himself. a
Definitely
lane.
fixed himself a lane.
Yeah, he fixed himself a lane, and it works.
Yeah.
You know, it works,
I appreciate it.
and that's
yeah.
and that's what it takes. You know, that's what it takes. It shows your desire and what you. I mean, you know, the And1 tour that started out as something, and
that influenced
and
me.
it took
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
You know, it really took off. And it actually, because the Harlem, I remember when the Harlem Globetrotters was in existence, and then they fizzled out, and then the And1 took off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it always catches. You know, it always catches. You know, that's something that you're doing. I really like what you're doing, man.
Thank you.
It can't do nothing but grow.
Yeah.
It can do nothing but grow. You know, and these guys are there. You know, and all
Indeed,
you guys.
indeed.
Yeah, we're in
Nah,
on it.
for real.
We're in
And
on it,
you
yeah.
know, I mean, listen, the little ad lib thing that we did with Dantae and
Mm-hmm.
Jackie, and then Jackie, that thing took off.
Yeah.
I've seen that video.
Yeah.
Shout out to the numbers. Shout out to the people, man.
Yeah.
Let's clarify.
It's all
Appreciation to the
everyone
people,
watching.
man.
Thank you guys for watching, man. Really.
For sure.
It took off. I was amazed by it.
Yeah.
And that was impromptu. When we were sitting there
Yeah.
watching the tournament, we said, let's just do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took off.
And I just I posted the younger guys their championship game today.
Yeah.
I posted that today, or I'm posting after this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have that
I
up.
mean,
Right.
Yeah.
It took off so bad that Coach, if you Google Coach Jackie's, that comes up.
Really?
She's in Google.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
And if you put her name in YouTube, pops up.
Man.
And that was just impromptu.
Yeah.
That was impromptu. So when you look at the dynamic of what it can be, you know,
Gotta stay locked in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get messy, man. Maybe you don't understand, but I'm gonna get messy, Chris.
Let's get messy.
Oh.
All right. Yeah.
How does things,
Uh-oh.
how does
we
things
can.
happen with you and your wife
Uh-huh.
and basketball? How does that?
Man, it's a balance. It's a
Is
balance.
she a basketball player?
She's not.
Is she an athlete?
No.
She's not an athlete. She's not a basketball.
She doesn't
player.
really. Yeah.
She don't. How does she like the game?
She doesn't really see the game
don't
the
see the
same
game.
way I do. She might see it, but just not in the same light that
So
I
now
see
she
it.
said,
Yeah.
Chris, put the basketball down and come over here and pay attention to me.
Man.
What do you do?
Man, you putting that
Do you
ball.
put the basketball down?
It depends. Have I shot around? Have I shot at all with the basketball yet?
What a camera.
What a camera.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it just depends. It's a balance. It's just a balance, you know. So I might shoot a little bit, then I'll be like, oh, I'll be right there. Or I might go to her, but then now I have to go shoot for a little while.
Yeah, it is a balance.
It gotta
Kobe,
be a
I've heard
balance.
too
We've
many
been hearing that all day. Balance.
I've heard too many Kobe speeches not to shoot around every day. Get my shots up.
Hey, greatness is 1 foot forward, 1 step at a time.
Yeah.
But you know, happy wife, happy life, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You gotta, what you gotta put out there on the court too. When you're doing the trick shots and stuff like that, you gotta be putting posters on her. Just posterize her. That's what you do.
Hey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Well,
Picture.
Well, I've been I've been handing out these stickers, McGEE Ball stickers. I actually have a new drop coming of my wife on it, so I'll be having those come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, wife stickers.
Yeah. Wife stickers
for myself.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it for myself.
Right.
Yeah. Put it out there. You know.
So you said it basically got to be a balance, basically.
It really is a balance because
Incorporate her in that.
Yeah.
Incorporate her in that, and let her have some say so also.
yeah,
And and then y'all could do that together.
I try.
Y'all could do that together.
That's how it's got to be. It's got to be a partnership. It can't be no, I'm gonna bring everything and you just sit there and look cute. Can't be that.
Okay, Tay, you speaking.
It can't be that.
Let
no
them know
more, bro.
something, Tay.
Hey, the world costs too much now. Like
Okay.
to live, to breathe right now, it costs too much to
Right.
just do it on your own.
Right.
Like in
Something
order
got
for
to
you
change.
Yeah, something got to give, but I don't know.
But,
Okay.
hey, but shout out my wife. She actually helps me on a lot of the designs and just like flyers and stuff. On all the stickers and merch I have coming. She really does help me out.
Yeah.
But the
Shout out.
basketball portion of me playing basketball, she doesn't really like as much.
If you have a good mate, a good wife, she will you'll go a long way.
Shout out to partners, man. Shout out to partners.
Yeah.
Shout out to my
Yeah.
lovely sweetheart.
Say it again. Chris.
Shout out to my lovely lady, my lovely sweetheart, who I
What's her
love.
name?
Shout-
Veronica.
Shout out to Veronica.
Shout out to Veronica, who I
Putting
love.
up with you and all this.
Right, putting up with Chris.
I edit about 5-6 hours a day on top of working and playing basketball. So she definitely puts up with me.
What?
Yeah, it's a tough schedule, but it's gonna pay off. I always tell her it's gonna pay off.
Amen.
She waiting though.
She is waiting. She is waiting.
She waiting, Ben Willis?
I know it's gonna
She
pay. I
waiting?
know.
You know,
Yeah.
that they don't wait too long now.
No, I know.
You don't want to be broken hearted on the basketball court.
No.
Get nothing done.
Yeah,
your
you're right.
jump shot is off.
Yeah.
All right, so wait.
Yeah.
So wait. I got a question. Like, what if you get cheated on, right? So do you just like, do you keep her or do you just go play basketball? Or like, how do you go about that?
Do you resolve the situation or do you go play basketball? What's your initial reaction?
She cheated on me. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know.
I think basketball's out the door.
I'm not thinking about basketball at that point.
I think basketball is done when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we was just talking about, like getting over, a lot of people be going through heartbreaks and going through depression and stuff. Like that's a real awareness. Like we got to lock in on that. So like if somebody depressed, like would you encourage them to go play basketball?
Oh, yeah.
Or like would you encourage them to lock in on their woman still if they cheated on them?
Okay, so if it's not speaking on my behalf, but if that's the situation, it depends. Like if you're married, I feel like that's another level to it. If you're just dating, you could work through it. But I feel like if someone like really cheats, like that's a hard.
What do you mean really cheats? Cheating is
No,
cheating, bro.
Okay.
Cheating is cheating, bro.
Okay, but
Like,
if you cheat
the first
on love,
text.
all right, texting someone, that's bad.
That's
But
cheating.
if you physically cheated, I think that's another level. Let's say you're married. And
All right,
someone
really
physically-
cheating, bro.
Maybe-
Really
Yeah,
cheating.
no, but yeah, if you're married and someone cheats, yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
All right.
That's tough.
All right, so
Because
look.
who's to say they're not going to keep cheating?
That's true.
Right.
So,
Okay.
what are you gonna do? Are you gonna?
Okay,
really
what
accept-
you? Okay,
yeah.
one more thing. I got one for the crash outs. Okay, say if somebody just did this and that to your people, you feel what I'm saying? Do you go do that to their people or do you go shoot a basketball?
I think you go shoot a basketball.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, buddy.
I think because I've seen a lot of the stuff that happens here. It's over
Yeah.
females, and I cannot believe. That. I cannot believe that. Come on, guys.
Hey man,
Why
it's
can't-
true.
why can't you
Don't
believe that? Hold
don't
on.
say you can't believe it
Like,
because
hold on,
it's
wait,
true.
let's break
No,
this
no,
shit
no,
down.
it's true.
Why you say you can't believe that?
Because I thought it'd be more like different reasons that
bro.
that stuff would be going on. I didn't know it'd be like straight.
Nah, that's not the only reason.
No, I know it's not the only reason, but a lot of the times I hear about it, it's
over
about
women.
that. It's over
Because
women.
What
And
else do men care about? But if not money, women.
no, I know, but I think there's emotion.
The world wars. Over
But you gotta separate. Exactly, you gotta separate your emotion with how you're moving. So
Humankind hasn't been capable to do that since Adam and Eve.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's another.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Say you playing basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy you playing, he just took your woman from you. And you got
Right there in that moment or early, like
You know he took your woman last week.
Last
Y'all-
week,
y'all
okay.
played-
Now
and
you
y'all
playing.
played him.
Oh
tomorrow.
man, oh man,
How are you feeling?
I'm dropping 40. I'm dropping 40 on his
dropping
head.
40.
But what if he
On
like a
switches, I'm going back around.
But what if he dropped
What if
50?
he like
what
a
if he dropped
NBA
50
player?
on you and you
man.
foul out?
And how many points I have?
0.
Did we win?
No, y'all lost.
Oh man,
She saw the whole
She
thing.
saw the
Is she right there?
She's cheering for him, right? She's cheering.
Sure she cheering for him.
She
for him.
killing you.
And
Man.
she walked away. She said, "I knew I made the right choice."
Man,
How you feeling about basketball now?
I
ain't gonna lie, the game
need to
betrayed me.
meditate. I need to meditate on
How
that.
do you feel
Yeah.
about that?
I wouldn't appreciate that. I
He done
I would
threw
not
this
like.
stuff all over the place and everything else.
I
Oh,
get mad
man.
at basketball.
Yeah.
Give you that
I
heart.
don't even like. I don't even want to hoop no more for a minute.
Oh
Right.
man, no, but you got to stick to the game. It happens. Everyone has bad games. Next
50,
week,
50,
no,
and he took your girl and gave
He
you
took
50.
her-
Why
It's
it's
all
all
right.
right. Happen right now though?
no, it's all right. It's all right.
You would
You
take
can
it?
always, you can bounce back from it. You can bounce back from it.
There you go.
You can
right.
bounce
That's
back.
what we want to hear.
Great
Bounce
positive
back,
pass.
You
man.
can bounce back because next week you might play him again.
You play him? You
She
play
might
him again?
She
He
might
drop
she,
80.
He
She
get
might
60 on.
Hey, yeah. So he has 60. I could drop
No,
65.
but you ain't. You done dropped. You got him 4 fouls. You done fouled out.
Is this every week? I feel like at one
Like
point,
consistently, he's just on
a better hooper.
level basketball player.
I'm not gonna give up.
You ain't gonna.
There
do
you
that?
go, Chris.
Coming at him. I'm gonna keep coming at him until I get one up. I might get the win. He might have more points than me, but I might get the win.
No, he not even shooting. He's doing like this. Going, give him the ball.
Ball hand.
Yeah.
Huh.
No.
Huh.
And you just watching it.
And she's cheering. She's cheering.
Man, hey, well, she sounds like a terrible lady. So I love
Yeah,
that.
you the one that get dropped though.
No, but I'm lucky. I'm lucky she dropped me. So
Yeah, there we
look
go.
how
That's
she's
the
acting.
mindset.
Just
Hey,
25
you
no,
changed
No, look how she's acting. She left me for this guy, probably just because he's balling
But
harder than me.
everybody's
That's
cheering
not right.
for him.
Hey man, it doesn't
if that's
matter.
what she
I'm
want,
gonna
then
get
that's
mine.
what she want,
Cause look, he's not gonna hold up forever, and I know my game.
How long you gonna hold up?
No, I'm holding up longer than him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come back every week. One week she's gonna start looking uglier.
Yeah,
And then I'm gonna know I
She looking
won.
better.
there you go.
She's gonna start looking
She gonna
ugly.
start
No,
looking uglier.
No, she's looking uglier. He's hurt his ankle last week.
Okay.
So now I got him. Now I got more points than him. I beat him.
Now you up.
And now I'm gonna talk trash to both of them. Show up with my new girl. And
Ooh.
we're out of here. We
Now
got
he
the
up.
W.
Yeah. That's how
life
you
works.
bounce back.
You just
That's how you do
gotta,
it.
yeah. That's how, you gotta stay positive. You gotta, you can't give up.
Can't
You
give
gotta
up,
stay
man.
positive. Can't give up. McGEE X balling.
Y'all heard it here
That
first.
was good. That was
Y'all heard it here first.
No, 'cause for real,
That's
we need the crash outs to tune in.
Yeah,
Crash
that's-
outs,
that's it.
y'all tune
Speaking of
in.
crash
I'm an
outs, let me
ex-crash
ask
out, so I
y'all
know.
a question that crash outs can relate to, because I know, I got cheated on a long time ago, and expecting is the wrong word. But what y'all take y'all lady back if she cheat on y'all? Because you said you'll work. You said you
Are you married or are you guys dating?
y'all just dating, no marriage.
Just dating. It depends. Did the other person cheat first? I feel like that happens a lot.
No,
So
this
this is
ain't
the
no
first time.
revenge.
See, yeah, it really depends.
What it depends
I wouldn't. But
Ben Willis,
people are
what you
different.
think? What you
People
think?
are
What
different.
would you do?
If someone cheat on me and I'm back, and I take them back, I'm gonna cheat on them.
Are you gonna tell them that though? Like, are you gonna let them know from this? Like, well, you cheated, so now we can get back together, but it's over.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
just tell
all
them. I'm gonna
bad.
tell them. Say, yeah, we two holes.
Okay.
Yeah, we two holes now.
Hey, what you Ammo?
It's on the floor. What's
Same shit. It's on the floor. Like,
whatever it is on the floor. If she cheat and then it's raps from
so
there.
from then it's just
It's over. It's raps.
That's
So
what I'm
it's
on.
no
Why-
way.
why
Like, no
would
matter
you-
what she
'Cause
do.
No
it's
matter
a bad
what she
game 'cause
do.
you guys are gonna keep doing it to each other and just hurt each other.
I mean,
Why
and then
not?
hold on. That could be like that could turn into some positive because then y'all could be like, oh, you cheated, I cheated. Now we love each other again because
But
we both.
Aren't you scared that they might?
What
one
you
of
being scared for? Ain't no need to be scared.
At this point,
But won't you guys cheat trying to go back at each other? Don't you think the next person will cheat? Then they'll cheat. So
So then it turned into a game. Now we playing basketball. Now we hooping.
all right.
pull up. Ball up top. Check ball.
It's a game. Yeah.
I'm the ball player and I'm the ref. I'm calling all
Hey,
fouls.
that game could hurt though. That game.
Everything hurt,
yeah,
man.
ball-
Pain,
yeah.
no pain, no gain.
Yeah.
See, Chris,
No pain, no
this is-
gain.
This is called Chicago basketball.
Yeah, you got me.
That's what it's all
You got me.
about.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Chicago
I'm-
basketball.
Yeah, I'm seeing.
We doing everything here. We
Pick and
balling,
rolls. You guys
balling,
are
everything.
man.
Cheating on each other.
Man,
Flagrant, all that
flagrant
stuff.
foul.
flagrant
That's a
foul.
flagrant
Yeah.
foul.
That's two and get best.
Man,
Yeah.
you guys doing trap zones?
You
Crazy.
all-
Hey man,
You should
that's
come
when
in.
you deep in it. When you deep in it, you trapping
setting-
zones, you setting up plays,
setting traps.
you throwing alley oops from half court.
Man.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
You gotta
Come on,
get
man.
to that level though.
I need a timeout.
Yeah. Because that's that dog. That's that dog that you got to have to be a Chicago basketball player.
Man,
Any
they don't
Chicago
even know.
basketball player that you see. In fact, you know what? There's more Chicago basketball players in the pros than any other city.
Let them know, man. Let them
I'm talking
know.
about whether they be in the NBA or overseas. It's more Chicago basketball because
home of the Braves.
Room that way. It's dull.
Yeah, no,
It's, you know, it's grimy. It is very. I mean, you're talking about. Listen, Michael Jordan, who I think is the greatest basketball player that ever played.
That's a great thought.
I agree. I agree.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
We don't have to
play
get
in
into
the
it.
summer tournament. His first year here in Chicago, he played at the Chicago State tournament. They was giving him the work too. Mm-hmm. You know, he was doing his thing, but they was giving, and no one was backing down.
Hey, shout out to Trash now.
They was giving him the blues. Mm-hmm. It was guys here that were just right there with Michael. Mm-hmm. But they wouldn't have the schooling. They on the street. They hang out.
That machine behind them, that machine.
They doing blows, drinking, doing everything else, and going there and drop it on you like it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking slick to you because the city is a hard city.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a hard city. And if you from another city and you come here, you got to get blessed here for them to accept you. Other than that, they won't accept you. Even the suburbs, they don't even acknowledge the suburbs. If you good in Deerfield and you good in Winnetka, they don't recognize you. You can be all state, but if you come to the city, if you don't get blessed here, they don't recognize you.
Yeah, you're not lying. You're not lying.
That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And you see Candace Parker and Dwayne Wade, you know, you see them and their names out there. Candace from Naperville and Dwayne is from Robin.
I didn't know that till you told me.
They don't.
They don't get the same treatment D Rose get.
I can tell. I can tell.
Yeah, ain't you tell?
They had to come here in the city and get blessed and recognized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they came here in the city and got, you know, they balled out.
Yeah.
You know, like Kevin Garnett.
Yeah,
he was,
yeah. One of my favorites.
From, South Carolina.
Yeah.
And
I
he
talk about
came
that all the
here
time.
and he got blessed on the west side.
Indeed.
I thought it was funny. Someone the
trenches.
other day said Kevin Garnett's from Chicago. Said he moved here when he was 14. They're like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Don't
matter.
You guys accepted. Yeah.
He played 1 year here.
I didn't know that.
And that was enough.
1 year. He played
That was
1
enough.
year here. And they came and they turned him out onto a vice lord.
Yeah.
Yes, I know
They
that.
turned them in the right way.
They didn't
Man.
They took him
You
to
see
South
where he at
Carolina.
now?
From South Carolina, played 1 year in Chicago, over there in Farragut, and they turned him out to be a vice lord. And he even talked on his Hall of Fame speech.
Yes, I know that.
He got up there.
We got to
and
play that
started
clip. We got to play that clip.
Yeah, he started talking about shout out to the Lords. You know, Hall
God
of Fame
did.
speech. That's how influential Chicago is in basketball, and it's real deep and it's serious about it. Guys. Serious about the game, you know, and the thing is that what you're doing again, like I say, your passion for it and everything, you'll see as you still create your journey. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. Let me say this too. Let me say something too. We got to look at this dynamic. You're a white guy.
Indeed.
You know, you're playing in you're playing the sport, and you're playing basketball, which is predominantly black. And see, now that's another dynamic. It's another dynamic because the thing about that is now it's very competitive now.
Indeed.
And then guys are looking because it's a competition, especially in the cities. They're like, okay, it's a white guy on the court. Okay, you got to bring that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you got to bring that because guys don't want you to clown them. They say, now you got to bring that. And then once they say, okay, he for real.
He can play.
Indeed. He's authentic. That's another dynamic.
Yeah.
You felt that?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah.
The first thing I noticed here that actually made me want to stay was like the respect I got from people from my game. So I was going to parks. I first moved here during COVID, but once I started going to the parks, just seeing how people reacted to me playing against me, I've never got that reaction from Florida, or at least where I stayed. So that once I got that, I was like, I'm not leaving here. That feeling of just I felt like my game was appreciated.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I pop up to any new spot or anyone I play with that I haven't, like just the reactions and the love I get. Like I've met so many people here just through the game that I like consider family.
Right.
So it's just I get it, like it looks that way, but I don't even think of it when I'm playing. You know, I might get it if it's people I haven't been around.
Right.
But yeah, it's been nothing but love. It's crazy. Like I really shout out the South Side whenever I can.
Yeah.
Because they really have just accepted me and like made me their own.
Yeah, you know, the thing is about team sports is, and I would like to. It would be good if society was built on that. Is that one thing about team sports is that it don't matter what your color is.
Indeed.
It doesn't matter what your political difference is, what your religious difference is, what side of the fence you're from. It is a camaraderie. You know, the thing is when you're practicing and having practice, and that's when the grueling part is, when you're sweating and that person that's right next to you fighting for that person. Mm-hmm. And then when y'all play the game, it ain't about the name that's on the back of your jersey, it's about the name that's on front of your jersey, and you fighting all the way from that because that is your brother.
Yeah.
You know, if life was like that and society was like that, it'd be much better.
Indeed.
And it's a team, and we work, and we win the championship, we do that together. That's a hell of a thing, man, because that camaraderie and that teamwork, man, is just transcend everything that goes on. And yeah.
Minister Ben Willis, put that right under that. Put that right under that.
Yeah.
Minister Ben Willis speech. We needed that.
Yeah,
we needed
I
that.
mean, that is amazing, man. You know, like I said, Chris, like again, athletics is that's my passion. That's my life. That's what that is what I sleep and eat off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just what I am. You know. I made mistakes. I made a mistake on. I saw myself being a professional athlete. I didn't want to do nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to be a doctor. I didn't want to be nothing but that.
Indeed.
And I saw myself as that, and I excelled to be that, and I was good at that.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Northern for a couple of years, and I left because during that time you could just try out.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried out for the Bears. I tried out for the Bears, didn't make it. I tried out for the St. Louis Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. I didn't make neither one of those.
At least you made it to the tryout, though.
Yeah.
So, then I played minor league football for 4 years, but then I had to go get a job.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go get a job and everything and make a living for myself. So I continued to keep on. But if I would have stayed in school, I would have been able to, get my education, my college education, and I didn't. So so as I come along, I can use, that my experiences and stuff. Hey, continue to keep doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that, because I had to get it out the mud,
Yeah.
and started my own little companies and things like that, and I had my own football team. I had my own minor league football team. I ran that 10 years here in Chicago. I
That's
did
turn,
10
man.
years here in Chicago.
Shout out to the team.
And like I say, when you start those leagues and things like that, it's hard.
Yeah.
Because I was over 55 grown men.
Yeah.
And I had cheerleaders too. I had 10 cheerleaders. Well, I had to look at the marketing aspect and everything else. But the league that you started and everything else, talk about that, man. Talk about those things.
So pretty much, I had a plan for a while to start the Bros League. It was a league I started, and I pretty much had it set up to go. But then the Croc Center reached out to me, Deuce alley-ooped to me, and pretty much they asked me if I could start a league. I wasn't sure I was gonna go. I put it online. I got about 100 people in a day or two. So it was just crazy how it happened. I've actually got a few job offers this week just based off me setting up that league. So so things are really moving, and I'm just blessed. Like, I just thank God that I was put in the situation to be able to even do any of that. So it's just nice. I did not expect any of this, so it's just nice, and I just want to keep it going. I just want to keep it going. I want to just start as many as I can, and just see where it can take me, because I know there's gonna be a lot more coming. Like, the leagues is just a start. Like, I'm gonna really try to build like an empire with this, and just really keep going.
And what we're going to do is, the winners or the champions of the league, we're going to have them on the show.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Coaches and the coaches, and and the players, and have you as the commissioner and stuff that's on. So
Yeah.
we're going to continue to keep on doing that, supporting you because you're one of the brothers, and we're going to continue on, man. The time is gone, man.
Guys,
Thank you.
speed.
Hey, thank you guys.
The time is
Yeah,
gone,
thank you
man.
guys, man. I really appreciate it. I've been wanting to come on here
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
years, man. I've been watching you guys. I'm like, man, I love this. I see all my friends on here.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
You locked in now. You locked in.
Yeah, and we're going
Thank
to
you, Ben.
continue to keep us letting know about your journey and things of that nature, and we're going to do that. And anything that you guys want to say, Dantae, how you feel now that the season is over with?
I got a plan for next year. You know, we're gonna come back bigger and better. We're gonna do a rebrand.
Yeah.
Actually gonna have my little brother play. He's gonna be on my team next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he just turned 14. So
Good.
we're gonna do the 14 through 16.
Oh,
junior
nice.
NBA
Are you
next
still
year.
doing the younger?
Nah.
Oh,
moving
okay.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
But other than that, I see y'all when we back in here, man. You know I love the people.
Also
Indeed.
known as the GOAT.
You
The
know?
GOAT.
Also known as the GOAT.
Baby kid.
All right.
And Tay and Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, man, we got stuff going. As y'all can see, we moving, we motion. We gonna keep going. Thank God. Man, I got a pop-up shop coming soon. And I got more stuff coming soon, man. Just stay in tune. I'm gonna be more consistent. I'm gonna work for y'all. So y'all, we gonna lock it in.
Please.
I got you. I gotta lock it in.
Shout
That's
out Amron
great.
Productions.
Great.
Though.
And I got my procedure in May.
Let's do it, Ben
So,
Willis.
I'm a grind during the month of May and stuff like that. We'll be back in June. So thank you again. This is Minister Ben Willis Blast Off Podcast. Uncut, unapologetic, straight with no chaser. Thank you and see you soon.
Subscribe, like, share, all that. Shout out to Tom. Shout out to the audience.
Yes, sir.
Let's do, shout out to McGee. Shout out to Dantae.
Shout out to the shout
McGee
out.
Expo.
Yeah.
McGee Expo and like and subscribe. Follow.
yeah.
All right, fellas. That was
Hey,
great.
thank you guys.
That was excellent.